running around. boys are here. Oh, shit.
There it is. I'll go tell them.
I don't know. Hey, Jennifer, I see you. We'll start in just a minute. Just waiting for everybody to sign in, and then we'll get started. Go. Perfect. Just waiting for a few more people. What's the code? Okay, I'll move it. Just waiting for a few more people. Looks like I need to get a little closer. There we go. While we're waiting, just need a few things. You should have, if you don't have a yoga block or a strap, either a book or a belt. And you don't have to have a tennis ball, but if you have a ball, that would be great, but it's not mandatory. So just give you a couple of minutes to get those items. And of course, a chair without any arms. We don't want any arms on the chair. Okay. Let me see if my group is all here. Let me see here. This is, there's my number. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see what the code is so I can log in also. Oops. Okay. And we need to see this. 6, 5, 8. 3. Okay. Well, let's see if everybody's here. Oh, good. So we have Sharina's here, Jennifer, Dave. Let me see, is Magali here? I'm assuming that's Magali. And we look like we're all set. Perfect. Okay, guys. Second chair class online. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well and are safe and healthy. And we're just going to do a little class here for an hour, and it will get everything a little bit more calm for you, and maybe take you a little bit away from all the craziness out there and just center yourself. So what we're going to do first is we're going to be sitting in our chair, just supported by the chair with your feet on the floor. Hands can either be on your thighs facing down for more centering, or the palms can be facing up for you to be more accepting. So we're just going to be sitting for a few minutes here, just sort of centering yourself, getting your breath, and just start the nice big inhale through your nose and an exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and an exhale out through your mouth. Now just gently breathing, normal breathing in and out through your mouth. Maybe close your eyes for a second. Feeling the chair beneath your sit bones, feeling the strength of the floor beneath your feet. Just starting to relax your body. Bringing an intention to your practice. That intention could be a word, a mantra. Your word could be calm, patience. Just letting everything go at the door. Slowing down. Just soft, easy breath. Softening the space between your eyebrows. Just have that tongue gently on the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your hips, your thighs, your knees, all the way down to your ankles and your toes. Long, slow, deep breath. If your eyes are closed, just flutter them open, and we'll start our class with our nice little stretching of all the extremities. We're going to start with our hands. So if you present your hand, your right hand forward, like you're extending your hand out to somebody, but I know you can't do that now. And just taking the index finger and thumb of your left hand and just gently bringing your pinky finger back, a nice little stretch. Releasing that pinky finger and coming to your ring finger. And just relax and let it go. Coming to your middle finger and releasing that middle finger, coming to your index finger, and then relax and let it go. Now laying the tops of your hands on next to each other, bringing that left thumb and index finger up to grab that right thumb and just gently bringing that thumb back. And releasing that thumb, and then just rotating your wrist around in little tiny circles, rotating the other way. And then extending your left hand out, coming up with your right index finger and thumb, and gently pushing back on that pinky finger. Releasing that pinky finger and then coming to your ring finger. Releasing the ring finger, coming to your middle finger. Releasing the middle finger, coming to your index finger. And then laying your tops of your hand on top of each other, coming up with the right thumb and index finger, and just pulling that thumb back. Releasing the thumb, and then just rotating in little circles. And bringing out your right hand, fingers pointed down, cupping with your left hand, and just giving that wrist a nice, gentle stretch. Then pointing your fingers up and bringing your left hand and pulling those fingers back, just very gently. And releasing, pointing the left fingers down, cupping around with your right hand, and just gently pulling that wrist back. Fingers up now, cupping with your right hand, stretching that wrist. And releasing that, interlacing your fingers, and then just pushing your hands forward. And slowly bringing them up over your head. Bringing the hands back down, and then keeping your fingers interlaced, and let's do some little waves. Starting to wake up those shoulders. And then just shake out your hands. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls forward, and then shoulder rolls back. And then extend your arms out like you're pushing the walls away from you. And then just bring your palms forward, and you're going to come in big circles, just rotating those shoulders as you come forward and back, squeezing the shoulders and your chest. And as you come in, just come a little bit tighter. Have the arms and hands go a little bit faster as you come in closer. And then start to rotate out and slowing down a little bit more. And let your arms hang, shake them out. Now, bring your chin to your chest. Nice stretch in the back of your neck. Just letting your head hang. Then as you take a nice slow inhale, looking over your right shoulder. And then as you exhale, coming all the way across to your left shoulder, looking over your left shoulder. And then exhale, coming back to your right. Inhale back to the left. On your next exhale, rotating your neck all the way around. And then reverse the circle. And then bringing chin to chest. And then bringing your chin up parallel to the floor. Now, you might want to sit up a little bit on your chair, to the edge of your chair. We're going to move our hips a little bit. So putting your hands on your thighs, you're going to come forward and you're going to make big circles as you move back. So you want to have room on your chair, rotating around. Doesn't matter which way you're rotating. And then reverse the circle, going back the other way. Just moving around like you're dancing around. And then coming back to center. Wiggle those shoulders around a little bit. Relax those hands. Now you're going to take the left side of your chair. Now you might want to, again, sit up a little bit more on the edge. Some chairs, as you slide back like mine does, you're not going to have enough room to play with. So sliding a little bit forward in your chair, taking your left hand and just grabbing underneath the chair, and then taking your right hand as you exhale, coming all the way over your head, maybe even bending in that left elbow a little bit, really giving your right side body a nice stretch here. Now you can look up at your hand, or you can look to the side, or you can look to the floor. Looking at the floor is a nice way to get a nice little neck stretch in there also. On your next exhale, bringing that right hand down to the right side of the chair. Inhale, bringing the left hand up over your head, leaning into that right elbow. Just really extending out. Again, you can look up at your thumb on the left hand. You can look straight out, or you can look down at the floor. On your next exhale, bringing your hand down to the chair. Inhale, we're going to do one more time on the right side. Bringing that right hand up and over. If you look down the last time, maybe you look up this time. But be very, very mindful of your neck. If this is not something that is feeling good to you, always default to you. You are your best teacher. Anything does not feel right, any tingling, numbness, or sharpness, just back out of the pose. This is your own practice in your own home. So if you feel like not doing everything we're doing today, quite understand, you can back out. And just another exhale down. And this time, left hand up over, leaning into that right elbow. Again, if you want to take a break, you can catch up with us later. Nice exhale, coming back to center, and then just rotating a little bit. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths over our head. So we're just going to take nice breath in, palms meet at the top, and then on the exhale, hands come to heart center. Nice inhale up, hands together, and then exhale to heart center. One more time, inhale up, palms together, hands to heart center. Nice little mini sun salutation. Now take your arms and give yourself a nice big hug. Doesn't matter which arm is on top, we're going to do both sides. And as you're hugging yourself, you're going to take a nice little inhale, and you're going to go to the right. And then exhale to the center, and inhale to the left. So exhale to the center, inhale to the right, exhale to the center, inhale to the right, exhale to the center, and then reverse your arms, opposite arm on top, inhale to the right, exhale to the center, inhale to the left, exhale to the center, inhale to the right, exhale to the center. And then just wiggle those hands out, rotate those shoulders. Now taking your right hand onto your left thigh, and then what you're going to do, you may need to sit back a little bit in your chair. You're going to take your left arm and coming all the way around and grabbing the back of your chair, and then you're twisting from your chest, not your lower back area, but your upper chest, and then just turning to the left. And as you look over your left shoulder, you can turn a little bit further. Where your gaze goes, your body will follow. Just take a few breaths here. On your next exhale, coming back to the center, taking your left hand onto your right thigh, bringing your right arm around the back of the chair and looking over to the right. Again, as you gaze over that right shoulder, your body will follow. One side may be a little bit different than the other. That's quite normal. Nice long breath here. On the next exhale, coming back around. Now coming to the edge of your chair, feet on the floor, hands on your thighs. We're going to do a couple of seated cat-cows. A cat-cow is as you breathe in, you lean forward, taking a nice deep inhale, little arch in your lower back. This is your cow. And then as you exhale, rounding your shoulders, leaning back into the chair, this is your angry cat. So breathe in, coming forward. Breathe out, arching back. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out, arching back. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out, arching back. And then coming back to the center, letting your arms go at your sides. We'll do a couple of what we call full sun salutations for chair. You're not going to get up. We'll just go through it slowly. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. Palms come together. And then as you exhale, you come all the way down, bending down into the floor. Now, if you can't come all the way down, bringing your hands about halfway up is fine. But just so you're bent at the waist, again, if you have any back issues at all, be very, very mindful. And then we're coming all the way up, deep inhale. And then exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. So let's do that a little bit faster now. Breathing in all the way up, palms come together. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, all the way up. Palms come together. Hands come to heart center. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming all the way down. Breathe in halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up, palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, coming all the way up. Exhale, swan diving down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, coming up, hands come together, hands to heart center. Release your hands, just letting them go. Heating your body up with your breath. When you're maybe doing some of your practice at home, if you want to do that, you can do these your body is going to get really heated up with the breath inside. So we're limited on our little time here together, so I just wanted to show you that, but that's something that you can practice on your own. So the next pose is going to be starting of our standing poses. We're going to do chair pose. Now, chair can be either a standing pose or you can stay seated on the chair. So you bring your hands together in your heart center. And you can stay right like this, or you can put your hands up over your head. And what I'd like you to do is lean forward, or if you're adventuresome, you can actually bring your seat up off the chair. If your hands are at heart center, or if your hands are up over your head, you get the same effect. Keeping your knees together, feet together. And then on your next exhale, you're coming back to your chair. You might want to reach back to make sure if you stood up a little bit that you're sitting on your chair and not falling off. Okay, so we're going to breathe in again, coming either off your chair or leaning forward into your chair pose. Now, if you like to do, you can stay right here, or you can take your hands in your prayer position and bring your left elbow on top or over your right knee or thigh. It's a nice twist. You can even put your left fist with your right hand flat on top of it if you can't turn all the way around. Makes it a little bit easier. And then slowly coming back to center. And then coming back onto your chair. Take a nice deep breath. Next inhale, coming up off your chair or just leaning forward on your chair. Then taking your right elbow, coming across your left thigh. You can make a fist with your right hand, flat with your left hand. This brings your chest open a little bit more. And then on your next exhale, coming back to center, coming down onto your chair. And then just letting your hands go. Just wiggling your hands out. Maybe doing a couple of cat-cows. Maybe a little hip rotation. Now we'll do one more pose before we stand. And what I want you to do is, this is called a seated pigeon. And you can, I'm going to give you a couple of options. You want to sit a little bit more on your edge of your chair. Now you can bring your right foot up onto your left thigh. Or if this is too intense for you, you can actually just cross your ankles here, and that's perfectly fine. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can take your block or your book and put it on the floor. I would suggest the larger side, and then put your left foot on that, bringing that right ankle and right foot up. This is pretty intense hip opener. You can stay right here, or you can hang on to the back of the chair and then lean forward, hinging at the waist, giving a really nice deep hip opening. And next exhale, just I'm seated up a little bit, and then just lower that right foot down. And then either keep your right foot on the floor or on your block, bringing your left foot and ankle up on your right thigh. And you can stay right like this. You can have your ankles crossed. If you want to hinge at the waist, you can hold the back of the chair and then just lean forward. Nice hip opener on the left side. Remember to breathe. And coming back up, releasing that left foot down, and then doing a little rotation with your knees, maybe up and down on your toes and your heels, and then just reverse little circles. Now, we're going to start our standing poses. So make sure you've got space on the right side of your chair. Make sure that I'm in the frame here. And we're going to start with a couple of balancing poses. This I always like to do because it emphasizes your core, because this is where your balance is going to be coming from. So you can have your left hand on the chair, the back of the chair, and we're going to come into tree pose. Now there's many variations with tree. The first one is you just have your toes on, and you're on the ball of your foot, and your heel is up on the ankle of your left foot. This is called a kickstand. You can come up with your foot onto your calf or your shin. Do not put your foot on your knee, but you can even come up into your thigh, or you can come up into lotus. So that's various options of what you can do. So we will start our tree pose, whatever you want to come to in your tree. If you want to put your right hand up over your head, you can do this. If you feel real adventuresome, I'm going to come into my kickstand, and hands over your head, shoulders away from your ears, and just focus on something, whether it be your phone or laptop, or maybe you even have a candle with you today. Just gently gaze. On your next exhale, bringing your hands back down, undoing your right foot, and then just rotating that left foot out. Now, you can use a strap for this next pose, or you can just hold with your hand. We're going to be bringing our knee into our chest, holding with your right hand, holding on to the chair, or you can put a strap around your right foot and then just bring your foot in like this. Now, if you're able to do this, you would just kick that right foot out. You can continue holding onto the chair, or you can bring your hand over your head If you're just holding your knee, you can just extend that leg out and holding underneath your thigh. And just give you a few seconds here, a few breaths to find your pose. And if you found that pose, you can actually, if you want, kick that foot out to the side. Just giving you options. Or you can extend it out, or you can just keep your knee right into your chest. And then just slowly lower it back down to the floor, removing your strap. And then just rotating that left foot, your standing foot. Now we're going to be doing a couple of warrior series poses here. I'll give you a couple of options. You can either do your poses on the chair. I'll show you, I'll let you see both. So you're going to step out with your left foot. We're coming into warrior 2. So you're going to have your left knee opening up towards your pinky toe on this side. Your right foot will be at a right angle to your hips. And as you extend your arms out, you want to have them on the same plane. So look behind you to make sure your right hand is the hand behind you is at the same level that your left hand is in front of you. Now, if you want to use the chair, you can come down having your left thigh on the edge of the chair with your right foot extended back, and then coming into warrior 2. Now, in your next inhale, bringing that left hand down, your right hand down, get mine mixed up, and then just bringing that left hand over the top like you're holding a ball into Sun Warrior. Nice breath, deep breath in. And then on the exhale, bringing that left arm, forearm down to your left thigh, into side angle, bringing that right arm up over the top of your head, extending out, nice side body stretch, right down from your right fingertips all the way down to your right foot. And then next exhale, coming back, bringing that right hand back, bringing that left hand over, coming into Sun Warrior again. Next exhale, coming back into your warrior 2. Now, if you're standing, you are going to straighten that left leg and then reaching forward, hinging at the waist, your left hand coming either down. You can use the chair behind you. You can use your shin. You can come to your foot, or you can use your block. And bringing that right hand up over your head and just looking slightly to your right thumb. If you're on the chair, it's sort of hard to extend that foot out straight. So just leaning into it, maybe using your block. And then On the next exhale, coming back into your warrior two. Then we're going to windmill our arms over, stepping that right foot to meet the left. And you can turn your chair or maybe come to the other side. I'm turning my chair so you can see what I'm doing. But we're coming into our forward fold. You want to step your feet out. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Stepping your feet out about 3 feet from your chair. Now you can reach your hands forward to the back of the chair and then just let your head hang through your shoulders. Just letting everything go. Nice shoulder stretch here. And then we're going to come down a little bit more onto the chair. This is actually like a down dog. You might step back just a little bit. Now you can use the floor if you want, or the chair, or if you have a bar across to underneath the seat, you can reach for the bar. And again, you want your head to go through your shoulders. Just releasing that lower back, releasing your calves, your thighs. And then on the next exhale, coming slowly up, walking into the chair. And then let's put our right foot back. This can be a little mini crescent lunge. You're coming up on the ball of your foot. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move my chair. Coming up on the ball of your foot. Now you can stay right here, or you can hang on to the chair or bring both hands up over your head. Again, shoulders back, arms behind your ears, focusing on something ahead of you. On the next exhale, coming back down to the chair, bringing that right foot forward. I'm going to bring my chair back to the center, because guess what? We got to do the other side. Okay. So on the left side of the chair, you're going to be using the right foot as your standing foot. I didn't mention on the other side, but when you're on your standing foot, make sure you've got all 4 corners of your foot supporting you. Slight bend in your knee, and then you can either do your tripod tree on your thigh or your calf, or all the way up into your thigh, or maybe even lotus. So find your pose. I will stay with my kickstand. Now you can leave your hand right on the chair, or you can bring both hands up over your head. Try to duplicate what you did on the other side. And then slowly bringing your arms down, undoing your left leg and rotating your right leg. Now this is our knee to chest. Again, find the 4 corners of your right foot as your standing foot, and you can use your strap or your belt. Bringing that knee into your chest, like you're squeezing your leg right into your body. Now you can stay right here, or if you want to extend it out with your strap, or maybe even holding your foot with your peace fingers if you are able to do that. And you can keep holding on to the chair or lifting your hand up. And if you really want to challenge yourself, just bring that left foot out to the side. Bringing that foot back in. Removing your belt if you had a belt on your foot. And coming all the way down, both feet on the ground, and then just rotating that right foot out. Now we'll start our warrior series on the other side. So stepping forward with your right leg, coming down onto the chair, or if you're staying up, just make sure that your knee is over your pinky toe going in that direction. You don't want to collapse in because that can hurt your knee. So if you're down on the chair, coming into warrior two, on your next exhale, bringing that left arm down to your left leg and bringing your right hand over the top into your sun warrior. Then on your next exhale, bringing that right hand to your right thigh and reaching up with your left hand, extending it up. Nice side body stretch on the left side. You can look up at your left thumb. You can look out to the side or down. Your next exhale, bringing that hand back, arm up over your head, into sun warrior. Now coming into our triangle pose, if you're on the chair, again, it might be a little hard to straighten that front leg. If you're standing, just straightening your front leg. And then reaching forward with your right hand. And then coming down either to the chair, to your shin, to your ankle, or to your block. And then extending that left hand up over. It's like your hips are being pressed between two books. You want them on the same plane. And then slowly coming out and back into warrior two, extending your arms out. And next exhale, bringing that left foot to meet your right. Now you can turn your chair or just walk in front of it. Since you're not on camera, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to be on the side. So you're coming into your forward fold. Now you want to bring your hands to the back of the chair and then just lower your head through your shoulders. Nice shoulder stretch. Just letting that head hang. And then when you're ready, slowly coming down either all the way to the floor or to the sides of the chair, or maybe the rung that's underneath the seat, coming into your down dog. Your body is in the shape of a V. Head hanging through your shoulders. And coming up on the next exhale, coming forward with your right foot and coming into your crescent lunge, coming up on the ball of your left foot Now you can stay right like this with your chair. If you want a little balance, you can keep one hand down, or you can keep both. And then just deepening your lunge. Long, slow, deep breaths. And when you're ready, coming down, bringing your hands back to your chair, left foot to meet your right foot. And then I'm going to turn my chair around. And we're going to take a seat. We're just slowing down a little bit now that we're done with our warrior series. So what we're going to do first is, if you have a ball or a tennis ball, let me see, I think you can see, put it on the ground and then just put it in the center of your foot and then just roll it around. You can roll it back and forth, side to side in a circle. Now, if you don't have a tennis ball, you can bring your right or left foot, whatever you're starting with, up onto your thigh, and then just massage those areas, those pressure points on your foot. So either way, you're getting a nice little foot massage. And then just release that foot out. You want to point and flex, point and flex. And then rotate your ankle. And then rotate your whole leg. And then coming to the other side, either use your tennis ball or massage your left foot. And then extending that left foot out, point and flex, point and flex. Rotate your ankle, reverse the rotation. And then rotate your whole leg. And reverse the circle. And then bringing your left hand down, or your left foot down. And coming into straddle or temple pose, having your legs extended out and the feet open. I hope you can see, maybe you can't see my feet. Oh, that's right, I did move my chair forward. I'll move back a little bit. And you can either hug yourself, right or left arm on top, it doesn't matter. Or we can do eagle arms, which I'm gonna start with the right underneath. Now you can wrap around like this, or you can have the tops of your hands just touching, or you can do your hug, whichever you want. I'm gonna wrap, and then what we're gonna do is a couple of inhale, exhales, and we're gonna hinge at the waist and flow down to the floor. So taking a nice deep inhale in, and then coming all the way down. And then exhale, coming all the way up. And inhale, coming all the way down. And exhale, coming all the way up. And then reverse whatever arm was on the top or the bottom, just reversing that. Mine is my right arm is on the top now. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sitting up. Deep breath in. Exhale, sitting up. Releasing the arms, rotating your shoulders back, rotating them forward. Now, if you have a block or a book, or maybe you don't have either, but just bringing the soles of your feet together, you might have to sit on the front of the chair a little bit. And coming into cobbler's pose, your hands can be right on your thighs. And you just stay right here, closing your eyes and just slowing down. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then just releasing out of the cobbler's pose. Sitting back into your chair, finding the back of your chair. Now, some of you, I know our chairs at the studio, we had to use our blocks to put on underneath our feet, but if you can't quite reach, you could use your block or a blanket or a pillow under your feet. We're coming into our final Shavasana. And so get yourself very comfortable. You could even put a pillow behind your back if you want to do that. But just relaxing your shoulders, putting your hands on your thighs, either down or up, and just closing your eyes. One breath at a time, slowing the breath down even more. Breathing in, maybe to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it slightly. And then as you exhale on the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just keep that pace back and forth. You may not get to 5, that's quite all right. You get to 3, just slowly breathing in and out through your nose. Just relaxing your forehead, softening the space between your eyebrows, your third eye. Just letting the eyes rest into their sockets. Softening your nose, softening your lips, maybe even just slightly parting your lips. Relaxing your tongue. Moving your jaw from side to side, just relaxing it out. Releasing through your throat. Releasing your shoulders. Softening your chest, your heart. Expanding your lungs, your stomach, your hips. Softening your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, and your toes. Just take a few moments for yourself, just breathing in and out, slowing everything down, in and out. While you're softening and breathing, just going to be reading a little passage that I picked out today from our Journey to the Heart. And this may become more beneficial for you as you get further into your week. It's called Discover the Power of Meditation. I saw the Spirit Rock Center, a meditation center, as I drove along the highway in Northern California. I turned into the parking lot and watched as people moved about the grounds very slowly. They were practicing a walking meditation. Meditation teaches us to relax, to connect with our body, to let spirit and body become one. Many of us spent years abandoning ourselves, our emotions, and our bodies. We've been present for others, and now it is time for us to stay present for ourselves fully and completely. Meditation helps us leave our routine for a bit and slow down. We deliberately exhale stress, tension, and fear. Then we inhale light, beauty, peace, and love. We slow our minds and slow our bodies until we reach that quiet place. Meditation can renew us and help us return to our lives refreshed. Take time to inhale peace and exhale fear. Then take your meditation back to your life. Walk slowly, stay present for yourself more fully and completely than ever before. You too can turn your life into a walking and waking deliberate meditation. I think those are important words for us during this time. Taking time for yourself, taking time for meeting with us today. I think that's very important. Maybe find some time where you can sit quietly during the week and bring your meditation in. And I like to say to you, as we end our class, I honor the place in you where the universe resides. I honor the place in you of love, of light, of peace, of truth. I honor the place in you that if you are in that place and I'm in that place too, we are one. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be here next week at 2 o'clock. But don't just come for this. We have so many other classes. We have some great stuff. We also have a workshop that's coming up. I'm not sure of the date. I just saw it come through before our class, but it is singing bowls. And that would be just fabulous if you want to partake in that. So go to our website and find out more information. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye, guys.